Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome. Thank you for coming, everybody. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga Gaurachandra, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra Gaurachandra, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Gauranga, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Gauranga Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra Gaurachandra, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Gauranga, Krishna. There we go. Krishna Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Yeah! Where's my guitar? Ah! Ready? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Shri Krishna, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga Gaurachandra, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Gauranga Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. All right, let's channel chopping. Can't have too much fun, or can you? Love without limits. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Turn your mics on.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Yeah, and if you like to, sometime, Carolina, you can come on live here and introduce yourself if you like. You don't have to stay on too long, just 2 minutes. See how it goes. If you like. If not, stay backstage. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna. Goes for anybody who wants to come and say hi. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
You can be who you are, whatever that is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna
Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna
Shri
Chaitanya,
Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu
Shri Krishna
Nityananda,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Krishna
Gadadhara,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Shri
Ram,
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Adhikura Bhakta
Chaitanya,
Vrita,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Jaya,
Krishna
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri
Prabhu
Advaita
Nityananda,
Gadadhar
Sri Advaita
Srivasa
Gadadhara,
Gaura
Srivas,
Shri Krishna
Ati
Chaitanya
Gaura
Prabhu
Bhakta
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasa Gaura Bhakta
Jaya Jaya Sri
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Prabhu
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna
Sri Advaita
Rama Rama
Gadadhara,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare
Jaya
Hare
Sri
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Rama
Hare Ram
Rama
Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna Nityananda
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Nityananda Nityananda Krishna 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Krishna
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya Shri
Rama
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Hare Rama Hare
Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Chaitanya
Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Krishna Krishna Hare
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare
Chaitanya, Shri
Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Krishna
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Shri
Krishna
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Chaitanya.
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya.
Rama Hare Rama
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya. Chaitanya.
Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Chaitanya. Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya.
Hare Rama
Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya.
Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Hare Krishna
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna Shri
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Rama,
Shri Krishna, Shri
Rama
Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Rama.
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Krishna Krishna,
Shri
Hare
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Rama Rama, Hare
Shri
Hare.
Krishna Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Chaitanya, Shri
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Chaitanya, Shri
Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare
Chaitanya,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna Chaitanya,
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Chaitanya,
Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Chaitanya,
Rama, Hare
Shri
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya, Shri Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Rama,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya,
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya, Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Chaitanya,
Hare Hare
Shri
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Ajita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Yeah, no words, but Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chapter 9 of Panchalila, the deliverance of Gopinath Patanayaka. Yeah, he was already delivered. Deliverance. He was one of the 5 Pandavas in a previous life. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was Bhavananda Roy's son, who they were the 5 Pandavas in Krishna Lila. And so they came into this Lila with Lord Caitanya, in this, see how colorful God is? He comes in a whole different way. Instead of being this big Kshatriya king, he, and he comes as this humble sannyasi. I mean, talk about a movie, an actor playing different parts. This is God, man. Who knows these secrets? Only by Lord Chaitanya's mercy and his devotees coming here do we know this. So the deliverance of Gopinath Patanayaka, he was delivered basically from, being tortured, tortured by this king, who was also a devotee, actually. It was just, it was all set up. It's all set up, man. That's why this pastime it's in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, sacred book, right? So isn't it interesting? Here in the sacred book is this Gopinath Patanayaka, who you'll see in the story, squandered money, didn't pay his taxes properly, and couldn't. A lot of us can relate to that. It's always a problem, The government's always trying to collect taxes, and people are always trying to avoid them. So he was caught, and and he was being tortured. And what was he doing? He was chanting Hare Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra, and in spite of it all, yeah. And so the Lord actually delivers him finally. Well, delivers him from that, and he does it in a way that he's not even like overtly involved. He's covertly, just like the world. The demons, they work covertly. They work behind the scenes. They do sneaky ways, deceptive ways. They advance their goals very deceitful, because it's so bad. What they like to do is always they like to deceive and take advantage and plunder and steal, and that's their nature. Yeah. See, the Lord is the opposite. But he has the same behavior. He's very deceptive. Very deceptive. You don't even know he's God. He comes as this humble sannyasi, and he's a supreme personality. Very deceptive, isn't it? Well, what a cheat! Cheats people, and yeah. So and so he saves Gopinath Patanayaka without even seemingly being involved in the saving process. Because he works through his servants. He just arranged everything and acted like he didn't know anything. Okay? That's how the Lord is very interesting like that, how he works behind it. He's like that Wizard of Oz. See, it's all talking about Krishna, everything. The Wizard of Oz, he was behind the scenes, and doing pulling all the strings. The demigods think they're pulling the strings and the demons, but they're not. Behind them is the Lord. Yeah. We're all servants of God. So you can't get out of it. You're going to, he's got a piece of work for everybody. Even the beggar on the street, man, helps make people pious, right? People, misers advance in spiritual life. Place for everybody. I never found any better association to chant with. Actually, this is what I searched for my whole life. There you go, man. See, I've been preaching this for a long time, that this is the best association. See, and you get personal realization. You just come and follow, like that verse, Lilita, follow a simple order, not order, advice. I advise you, try this. So chant in this association, see how you feel. Yeah. Then Jayapataka is, or how do you feel? See the difference. And, and that's how you learn. Here you have the experience of ecstatic devotees, which is just not on that level. That's just a fact. They're just not ecstatic devotees, not one of them that I've seen. Now, I haven't met one. I met the closest associates of Narayan Raj, and I couldn't see that these persons were real ecstatic devotees in the real line of Lord Caitanya with that kind of mercy. I mean, they're nice people, but you know how I feel about being nice. I feel like the Lord, man. Nice ain't good enough. Hey, get that brahmachari, kick him out of my kirtan, my association. He ain't got enough, brahmachari in him. And that's what they all teach. And that's why they don't get the result we do. I teach by the book. I teach you what is actually in the book. Isn't that the pastime Lord Caitanya? Didn't he throw out the brahmachari who was renounced and celibate and everything? And I say, you see, that's not the qualification. You see? And then Narayan Raj and Radhakund Baba asking.
Yeah, you are, but sometimes you disappear a little bit. So now you disappeared. Now you shake your head.
Yeah, okay. I was just getting rolling, man. I was ready to box heads. I was gonna lop off, heads and with the Sudarshan chakras truce, and then the internet screws up. What is this?
It's going wrong again.
Hey, that's it. Yeah, I tell you, my personal experience, man. Okay, I'm going to switch to the phone. See, at least you is coming to the rescue. Hopefully. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm here for. Okay, I'll be right there.
Coming back soon. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Oh, glory to Sira Gaura Das Maharaj Acharya. There he is.
All right, let's see. I restarted the computer. I think it has something to do with it too. Restarting. Okay, does this a little better now? Oops. Yeah, good. Okay, great.
Much better. Very clear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So the pastime Gopinath Patanai is very, very instructive, and you see, the whole family were except but basically the whole family were like householders. Yeah, and everybody, they don't know. They think you got to be something special to be delivered or something. This is the big. This. We gotta do something about that wrong understanding. You know, no, you just see like that statement of the devotee we read yesterday in the Pradumya Mishra thing. He says, "I'm just a cripple-minded householder." See, that's that. He's just a fallen soul like all of us. But somehow I received your mercy. So you can actually say that. See, then you've transcended the false ego. But in religion, in Vaishnava religion, they say the opposite. They give you a feigned humility, but inside they're feeling like they're actually smart. They got to be or working towards perfection on their own merits by being really good people. See, yeah. Yeah. Even the Christians who know better. There's this guy, Ray Comfort. He does the good test, to see if you're a good person, to show how stupid, how people they say, oh, of course, yeah, I follow everything nicely. I'm a good person. I give charity and I treat people nicely and everything. And then he says, have you ever lied? Have you ever did this? Ever did that? So in other words, it's not really 100% conclusive, but the essence and the conclusion is hear all that? That's gunfire, cartel stuff. But so what, man? I feel safer here than in America. Just don't get involved in their drug ring, or whatever. Let them do their thing, and you just sit here and be a tourist, and everything's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's firecrackers. So that people have the wrong idea. See, what we're here to do is to show how it was 550 years ago, because the Lord and his devotees showed really clearly what are the qualifications of real devotees who have the real mercy. So all you have to do is identify that time now, if it's actually that time. See, if it's actually the same kind of situation, it'll be by the book. It'll be that kind of situation, just ordinary people having extraordinary devotion, extraordinary realizations, and they'll just be no better than a carpenter. See? And when that situation's not here, and it wasn't, everybody thinks you got to be a super duper devotee. You have to be an Olympic star to be delivered. Like Narayan Maharaj and the Radhakund Fort Babajis, or somebody that does big austerity, no material desires. Yeah. What about Gopinath Patanaik? He was better than 1,000 of these devotees. Yeah, and he went and he would see dancing girls sometimes. He just had a little desire there. He want to go see some. That's equivalent to titty bars here. Titty bar. In America they call them. You see go-go girls with topless. So he'd go and he was also but he loved Lord Caitanya. Man, he had the mercy. Lord Caitanya saved him on all levels. Okay. Where do you see that now? You see anybody like that now? You see anybody actually saved that actually has love for Lord Caitanya, has extraordinary realizations and deep bhakti, real transcendental love that's not like the love of the world, not like loving babies and loving spouses, and he's just special, pure, ecstatic, conclusive, and consistent love. You see any of that anywhere? Well, if you do, that is the place to be right there, Rajiv. I mean, that's what he's this intelligent guy. He said, hey, man, this is the best place I've been chanting. See, there you go. That's your testimony, man. People need to hear it. They need to know, where's the best place I can chant? You know where the best place you can chant is where you can develop ecstasy quickly, because that's your deliverance. If you die without this kind of transcendent ecstasy that you see with your own eyes, you're not delivered, man. You're not going. Liberation, maybe, if you're lucky, but you ain't going to Vrindavan, where there's a bunch of, they're all wet with bhakti. Their eyes are like just pouring torrents of tears, and they're laughing like Lalita. She ain't waiting to go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is manifest in her, in her worship. Vrindavan. Look at all these people. They go to Vrindavan, and then they'll say, Lalita goes, oh, what's wrong with you? In that 40, 50 years in Vrindavan, and they'll look at a Lalita or a Johan or somebody that's ecstatic, and they'll say, oh, what's going on with you? What's your problem? That shows you the power of the devotee Vrindavan. See? Because they get for the offense. You can stay in Vrindavan your whole life, and you may not have a tear, because you might be hanging out with hypocrites, liars, and cheaters, because they protect the real Vrindavan. I kick their ass. That's what I'm here to do. You know, these guys think you think you're chanting some high devotees, and often they're a putin. Why am I chanting dry? Well, you're lucky if you start wondering about that. A lot of people don't even, they spend all their lives dry with their hand in the beat. I've seen so many. Hand in the beat bag. You know, no ecstasy, nothing, with a hand in a bead bag all day long, with no ecstasy. Shows on their face, man. Here, yeah. That means deliverance is arisen. See? Deliverance is arisen. See, is a revival. See, arising, arisen. See, revival, revived. Life is being revived. See, arisen. Krishna arises. You notice with that. Even those with Krishna arising in the heart. Where do you see Krishna? Where do you see of that? You see that in ISKCON. You just see a bunch of people doing the Swami step. You know, choreographed. That's all I see. You know, empty. Lord Caitanya said the same thing. You can't be in a perfect, it's great to be a perfect Brahmin. Doing. Okay, we back? Yeah, back. Okay.
It's still okay.
Yeah, to be a perfect Brahmin. No. Yeah. We're here to teach more than that. To teach how to finish this, how to identify pure devotional service, how to identify prema, and especially prema bhaktas. Because if you don't know how to identify, how are you going to go to the spiritual world where they have a bunch of prema bhaktas if they don't come here and teach you what is prema bhakti, what is the process to attain it quickly, and all these little fine details. I mean, anybody hungry? Don't you want to? That's where the food is. The food is in Vrindavan Dham, man. You know? Food is in the name of Krishna. That's Vrindavan Dham. Vrindavan Dham is Radha and Krishna's devotee. There you go. That's the complete name. Radha is there. There's the devotion, the ecstasy. And Krishna is there, the conclusive, clear, absolute truth as it is. And the devotee is there, the sun blazing. Hare Krishna in this world. Yes. Yeah. man, we cracked it. And asked Rangaleka, what happened to that guy? Is he still kicking? River, River, go over there in spirit and wake him up. Get him off the TV. Anyway, he's saved, man. Doesn't matter, So he watches a little Netflix. He's like Gopinath Bhattacharya. So what? He has love for Krishna, right? He has faith in Guru. He's finished, in this material world. He can do, he has. See, unless you go through the regeneration, unless this love awakens in your heart, you're not saved yet. Even Jesus taught that. Why wouldn't Lord Caitanya teach it? He came here to quickly awaken that love in people and save them in this Kali Yuga. You think we're doing different? We do the same thing. If you believe in this word, man, this word is very true. If you believe in this ecstasy, it's very real. It's prema. It's by the book, checkable. All that bullshit out there preaching, you could leave it, man, because it's all speculations. You can leave 1,000 radhanas, 1,000 jaipatakas. Yeah, no problem, man. That's Bhagavatam. I'll point in the words. They can't refute this. Bali Maharaj left gurus like that. And he got the demigods said, wow, he passed the terrible test. He identified pure bhakti. He identified Vamanadev, the representative of Shuddha Bhakti, and he took shelter of Shuddha Bhakti, even rejected his own guru because his guru was adverse to Shuddha Bhakti. And we giving you the same chance. That's why I preach like this, to give you the chance to let go of that. Because then you'll get the demi. Don't you want to be important to God, man? The demigods will shower flowers on you. That means you passed the same test as Bali Maharaj. Or the wives of the Brahmins, same test. Come on, man. You see, I'm preaching Bhagavatam, man, as it is. They can't preach it. Charyadev can't preach this stuff. Yes or no? Yeah. Wives of the Brahmins. Oh, no, you should. Don't you know you're not supposed to leave your guru? You shouldn't because, and they said, we're leaving you. You're adverse to those ecstatic cowherd boys. See, you could say the same thing. I'm leaving you, Jaipataka. I'm leaving you, Radhanath. I'm leaving you, Acharya Dev, because you're not interested in pure devotional service. And it's here in form, literally. Manifest, and you're adverse, I'm going because the Bhagavatam is being preached somewhere, and I'm going to take shelter of the real Bhagavatam by taking shelter of the real devotee Bhagavat. So if you're not like that, Acharya Dev, step aside because we're taking over. The truth is here to stay. Ooh, better be a little. I like this place. I don't want to leave prematurely. Yeah. So that's really the essence. And if anybody says, Gore, you're so offensive by mentioning those devotees by name, can't you be more subtle? Well, sometimes I am. Sometimes I don't feel like it. There must be a reason. I just trust Krishna, man. And let him have his way. He's the authority,
You're calling them.
Yeah. If I was actually offensive, then I would not. Why do I keep chanting in ecstasy? How would ecstasy, that's sinful. The word, worse than eating beef, man, worse than killing cows is to criticize pure devotees who have real devotion. That is worst. That means sin is manifest and you cannot chant Hare Krishna. No way. You will be as dry as anything. Even Lord Caitanya comes. You make one offense against a pure devotee like Murari Gupta, and then you can chant 1,000,000 names and you will not be purified. You can take 1,000,000,000 dunks in the gun. You will not be purified. And look at Gohari. What a motor mouth he's got, man. Just all over the place, all over these guys. And he still chants in ecstasy. I'm amazed myself. What is that telling you? You know what it's telling you? I'm doing a Devananda Pandit trip here. Only Lord Caitanya or Lord Chaitanya's empowered devotee has the power to confront beings like that and not go down, not be that, in your mind. No, I'm going all out to save. I'm not the most fallen person like Lord Chaitanya did. I mean, I feel inspired to do that. What can I do? He confronted the Devananda Pandits of the world, and Devananda Pandit actually got pure bhakti and became part of the real line. I'm trying to help them become part of the real line. Maybe there's a chance. Maybe they'll listen. Maybe one of their followers will listen. Because if they do, you're going to have flowers showered down you by the demigods. And you'll know, because you'll be more happy, more ecstatic, more free than you've ever been in any of your lifetimes. That's how good what we have to give is here. This is winning the lotto, man, 1,000 times over. Free that you can win the lottery 1,000 times, but you're not freed from birth and death. You're still going to take another birth. Confirmed by the gunshots. Confirmed again. See, the Lord likes his preaching. Who has the kahunas to preach like this? You have to be a madman. Boy, a lot of confirmations today, man. Sounds like a 30-odd 6 to me. Yeah. So anyway, I don't the book. Where's the book? Okay, let's see if I got the book here. Hare Krishna here. Okay. So read on. Read a little bit there.
Okay, Guru Maharaj, thank you. Thank you. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to Krishna Das Kaviraj. And all glories to Lord Caitanya. The innumerable, glorious, innumerable, glorious followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They brought a constant flood to the desert-like hearts of the unfortunate, with an inundation of ecstatic love.
There you go. That's what it's all about. See, innumerable glories. Look how many devotees the Lord came with, because he's that attractive. So he brought so many. But look, that potency is with us. And people are coming, Of course, we don't have thousands coming, but hey, man, that's people are becoming attracted. Why wouldn't they be? It's the greatest thing. This inundation of ecstatic love. Once you begin to bask in it, you realize that's where real life is. Yeah, real life is in this ecstatic worship. Otherwise, you're not alive yet. You're part of the walking zombies that these movies are making about everybody. Yeah. See, without full knowledge, then you're not firing on all cylinders. You're less intelligent. See, less intelligent is you're just under the modes of nature, even in goodness. That's why I just poo-poo the goodness thing, because it's time, You don't think that goodness is going to deliver you. This is going to deliver you. This kind of association here, because you'll come here and then you'll become very attracted to conclusive truth, not speculation. That'll cleanse off you. And then you become Ross. That's the purpose of Lord Chaitanya's coming here, is to taste that ras and to preach it. And that's what we do. We're able to do that. There ain't one guru I've seen able to do that, to taste it and to preach it. They say they're tasting it, but who knows? Right? Who knows? The only way you'll know is if they taste it and preach it like Lord Caitanya did. If that's happening, then you know the will of God is manifest again, the full will of God. Not may they just do rules and regulations and external bhakti and external devotional service of just ceremonial worship and not know what the ceremony is signifying and where it's really leading, and not not with the real intimacy. The Lord came here to give us an intimate relationship with Him. And if you don't realize that, you can follow these gurus, and you do. Many of you people are doing that. You die without understanding the purpose of Lord Chaitanya's descent. See, because they can't even show it to you. Or, they can't show you. They got to do like Lord Caitanya Nityananda and show you the purpose of the descent by being experienced relishers of bhakti ras. So they show you the new example. Whatever a great man does, come and men follow. That's our secret sauce here. That's right. Otherwise, whatever those not so great men are doing, common men are following. Well, Prabhupada did it, and tradition is we just do follow that for many generations and many lifetimes. Varna Dharma. See, whatever not so great people do, and people follow too. So hey, man, this is the Lord Caitanya. Great thing path, and this is a great way, and the greatest way is taste ras publicly and teach the glories of this kind of worship and show them the glories. Show them that you're more intelligent than 1,000 Acharya. Get that Acharya Dev up here on stage and let us have a discussion. Just a friendly thing, nothing too deep. Just Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Let's see how important that is. Or Jai Pataka, you get him before yeah. But the guy preaches. I mean, he only goes around the world 2 times instead of 10 times. Wheel him around, probably.
It doesn't give up. Doesn't give up.
Wheel him into first class. All these guys travel. I know they travel first class. Why wouldn't they? They're important people, right? No signs. See, a sign of a person is one who has ecstatic devotion. They're the most important people in the world, except to the people in Maya, and that's everybody. Way into religion, they don't care about devotion level. Only God, and they're in the minority report here. They're in the minority. The majority of people who don't think the very important. Can you imagine that? The elephant in the room, you don't see it. The Lord came here and praised ecstasy, praised ecstatic worship, relished it, showed the glories of it. And people follow years. It's all been forgotten. But no, I ain't not on my watch. I help you remember all these things, these really important things, and important persons. The devotees in this side are very important to, and if they're not important to you, you're in Maya, illusion. You're contaminated. Why wouldn't you like ecstasy? Why wouldn't you like ecstatic devotion? God does. Why wouldn't you? How are you going to play with the Lord in Vrindavan if you don't like ecstasy? You don't like tears and laughing, because He's always like be with the devotees who are like him. You know, feather flock together, right? It's always been like, go look at the movie stars. They're always a beautiful movie star woman finds a beautiful man. Always, you never see a beautiful movie star with an ugly guy or a poor guy. Do you think it's any different with God? No, you got to become rich in bhakti, rich in understanding and knowledge. You got to be enriched by following the shiksha of a bona fide associate of Lord Caitanya. And then you're enriched with real knowledge. See? And you're enriched with real devotion. And you see, enriched, you become rich. You're empowered riches. Because we ain't going to get it on our own. Not like these gurus have been teaching. Oh yeah, you keep getting, you over the vritti. Look at the path. Free of all material desires, and you got to fulfill all these things. Oh, many lifetimes to do that. But the mercy of Lord Caitanya to make you chant in ecstasy very easily, oh, that's nowhere preached except here. See, we're feeling it, exuding it. Lolita likes my jokes. Yeah, you want this? You want this lifestyle? Does this appeal to anybody out there? Anybody that has a little fraction of intelligence? Yeah. You want life? Well, the Lord gives it to us abundantly, and we're so enriched with it. We just throw it all over the place. We're just like like millionaires. With all this money, they just carry dollar bills and they throw $100 bills out there. Hey, here, become rich. That's what we're doing. There's so much bhakti in this sangha, we're throwing it out. Towards the crowd, man. Like you throw, the woman that gets married, that has a bouquet of flowers and she throws it. This is what we do every day. Every day is a marriage ceremony for the devotees here. And we got a little bouquet of flowers and we throw it out to the audience. And whoever catches it gets married too. And we do this every day, forever. What do you think? Narada Muni is always throwing the bouquet out there. He's always has that, the Krishna is always arising and manifest and being born and is beloved, and he's got all rasas. Okay, the world to help, whoever catches it, whoever catches this word, catches this ecstasy, catches this transcendental virus, gets married to Krishna. See? And then you can throw a bouquet out in the world also. That's called multi-level marketing of the ecstatic holy name. But you got to get married first. You got to catch the bouquet, not let it fall to the ground. You got to scramble, push, desire that bouquet, because that's how you get desire for this word, desire for this ecstasy. That's catching the bouquet. Otherwise, it's just, I'm not really interested. When a person, they see the person got married and they're waiting to catch that bouquet, and then they trample the competitor, the could be, they trample each other to get that bouquet because they want. You got to be like that with God to come here, man. You already trampled these important persons out there. To you, they're just important because you're attached to something inferior. You're attached to the inferior energy, man. We're attached to the superior energy. Yeah. The ecstatic superior energy. Doesn't even sound better, right? Puts a smile on my face. But inferior, Christians, I like to look at my shadow. It's so dark. I like to look at the light of my devotees, man. I like to look at the light of truth, not all these illusionary things that people are speaking about all the way up into religion. I abandon all varieties of religion, and I teach my real devotees how to do it. Religion is only for beginners who can't understand how to take shelter of my devotees, my real ones, not the fakes, not the moron. I mean that too. The fakes, the imposters, the liars, the cheaters, the deceivers, the putanas, followers of the putos. You know, puta, Mexican language. What's her name knows what that is, if she's around. Knows that. What's it? Amy, she knows putana means. Or puta, the same thing now. And it's funny, the words, even in Mexican, about the lila.
In French, putain means hooker.
Yeah, hooker. Yeah, they're all hooker. You know what a hooker is? They hook onto you, see? But they don't care about you. See, that's why the putana came. She didn't care. She was in her heart was fierce. That's these people. You know, I was in, you know, it's just the way the world is. People can't really care about you because they don't even know who you are. They're in it for self-interest. See, there's self-interest of the false ego. Even to be like, oh, I'm really helpful, you know, so now I'm important and all that. Whatever. It's all some level of contamination. Still. See? So they don't know what the real self is. See, the real self is the Lord. You know, it's pure ecstatic connection and communion. There's no material fault in it. See, that's what we're here to share with people. So read the next verse.
Okay.
I'm working up an appetite here. Eat some of these
Oh, glory to
specials.
Oh, glory to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the most merciful incarnation. Oh, glory to Lord Nityananda, whose heart is always compassionate. Oh, glory to Advaita Acharya, who is very merciful. Oh, glory to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who are always overwhelmed by transcendental bliss.
There you go. If you don't find one of those, you haven't found the devotee of Lord Caitanya. You haven't found the real path, the real teaching yet. Hey, all glory. You see, that's what you got to learn. We're here to teach you. Hey, man, whoever says all glories to the devotees of the Lord who are overwhelmed with transcendental bliss, that you can see that's checkable by the book even, and checkable by the witnesses. Their lives are changed because of that ecstatic being overwhelmed by that transcendental bliss. You haven't found the real path until you found that situation, which is right here. Prove me wrong that situation is not right here. That the associates of the Lord who are overwhelmed with transcendental bliss. Can't you see the elephant in the room? Is Acharya Dave ever overwhelmed with transcendental bliss? By the way, I have to preach like this. I have to make a distinction. You gotta see where the obstacles are. They're person obstacles, by the way. Right? We got to show you. Where's that obstacle? Right over there. They're not, if any of these gurus now, because we have the highest truth, we're teaching the real Bhagavatam. I got the order from Prabhupada to teach the real Bhagavatam and Krishna's blessing. See, I must teach. I want to teach this. I feel inspired to teach this. I have to take the highest truth, which is personal, right? highest truth, ecstatic love, ecstatic devotees, they also have names. And the non-ecstatic have names now. They're in Krishna's, this is the Leela of the Lord, man. There's an Acharya Dev here. Does he have what we're speaking about? Is he a devotee Bhagavat manifesting the symptoms of deliverance and delivering his devotees and all of them? Radhanath and all of those guys? Or is it here? I think there's only two places. There's the narrow gate here and the wide, broad gate of those thousands of gurus who have a very different opinion than Gaur Hari Das and Lalita Ganga. And if they do, that means they don't have the real Bhagavatam, because it's only for the few. I mean, it's for everybody, but whoever, those few people who pass the terrible test and come here are drawn here by the will of Krishna and don't bounce off the force field. And see, then you can enter in. You know, it's great. You won't. I come here every day because you think I'm also like part of the audience. I come here to commune with the Lord and see what happens. This is, you know, I like his game, spontaneous. You know, yeah, this is a play of the Lord, right? Everything is a play. Dustin, my family owns a strip clubs, 12 strip clubs. Oh, really? Concert facilities. I don't go or associate, hardly ever do. I speak to any of them. Oh, really? Switch sides. I was heavy sinner. Lot to purify. Oh, your family owns strip clubs. Yeah. Well, you know, sometimes even sinners, sometimes they're the first to get into this kingdom of God. They might, it's not like, you know, the only sin, this is the Jesus teaching and Lord Caitanya teaching, revived again, that nobody knows except here. Jesus said the only sin is unbelief in my preaching, in me, and he means my preaching, my word. Lord Caitanya said the same thing. Those who do not accept me will be destroyed. In other words, the sin is not taken away, and then you take another birth, and you live and you die, and you live and you die, until you accept the Lord, or, well, when the Lord is here, but he came as a devotee, because he wants to show you the full Godhead. Otherwise, even if Krishna came here, he'd have him as a devotee. That's why he came as Lord Caitanya, to be the role model of being worshiping the Lord, because that's our role, right? We're devotees. We're not Krishna. See, he comes as a devotee to show, yeah, this is what I like. This is, you see, I like it so much. I come here to relish bhakti ras, to relish worshiping myself as a devotee. I want to share that with you, whoever wants. You also want to worship like this. Do you also want to relish these mellows like I do? That's what I see when I see these teachings, is like, hey, let whatever a great soul does, follow. That's what I'm seeing. Soul like Lord Caitanya, Nityananda, devotees worship the Lord in ecstatic. Yeah, I'm going to follow that. Anybody else on that? Raise your hand if you want to follow that path. That's because that's what's here. If you're not good with that, go follow my ex-wife out there. Go do the hard work. You know, go your Mina. Go do your and look light up prune, your ass off just to survive. Here we thrive on this. Whether you have money or not, you're thriving. Look at Govinda, great example. The guy has no money, thriving. Right? You know, where do you see a person happy as him? As intelligent as him, as ecstatic. And he's got no money. Give him a nice place to stay now. You see? Give him a nice place, you know, that he really likes. He likes that kind of stuff, you know, nice in the countryside and all that. Now he's rich because he can invite people over My God, I love how the Lord makes arrangements. Look at Lolita. She's doing all right. Doesn't have a lot of money, right, on welfare, but still she's happy, pays her rent, Always got these guys come around taking all her wealth, but but that's not the Balaram took the wrong wealth. He got the raw end of the deal. See, the real wealth is this bhakti. Isn't that amazing? He should have came for that. But you see, he took Duryodhana. So Balaram, if you're listening, this is for your benefit. You took the Duryodhana path. See, there was Arjuna and there was Duryodhana. And Krishna said, well, whoever chooses me gets only me. And I'm not even going to fight. And I'm going to give my armies to the other one who chooses something else. Like chooses my armies, my opulences. Arjuna said, no, I'll take you. And Krishna said, what are you talking about? Why would you? Don't you know I'm going to give my armies over to Duryodhana? And Duryodhana said, hey, yeah, let me take all that firepower, all that wealth, and all that stuff. See, and Arjuna said, no, I want my relationship with you. I want this intimacy with you. See, that's what you do when you come to a real devotee as bhakti. See? Otherwise, see, like some people, they come and they see like somebody has money in our sangha, they come for the money and not for the bhakti. See? That's poor-minded. See? That, that result is very small. See? That's called materialistic Vaishnava. Yeah. That's why Lalita's not interested to be too close to that. He wants to be around ecstatic devotees. That's intelligent. That's real wealth. Faith in where the Lord is actually working. And first and foremost, he works through the bona fide spiritual master. That especially, like we're with him, man. We're here preaching his glories, man. We're preaching his mercy, his fabulous mercy. See? But he only does it through his knotted flutes. Knotted means you don't have to be anything special. But if you're chosen by him, it's only you that can distribute this. That's what I've seen. I've been looking. Well, which one of you are chosen there? How about you, Narayan Raj? Are you chosen to distribute this ecstatic mercy? Didn't see anybody. How about you, Radhakun Babajis? I didn't see anybody. Not even Nandadas. He wasn't. I mean, he was a nice guy. A lot of these people. Narayan Raj is a nice guy, but it ain't good enough. You gotta, pleasing Krishna is both easy and impossible. It's easy when you find a real devotee who knows his mentality, who understands the Lord because of intimate ecstatic worship. That's how you're going to know. Otherwise, they can't teach you. They teach you the opposite. Look at Narayan Raj teaching, by austerities, giving up all your material desires and doing the regular program and worshiping the deities. Then you're going to attain Krishna after many lifetimes. See? Is that the real teaching of Lord Caitanya? No. Lord Caitanya, I mean, I'm not saying that's just what he was given to teach. He wasn't given this realization. This is the ecstatic realization. This is to move people into the ecstatic worship stage. See? No, it's through the devotees who chant the holy name in ecstatic devotion, not by everything he was teaching, they're all teaching the same thing, austerity, renunciation, and all that. And even if you're a Raganuga Bhakti, you got to follow all that strictly. Because you know what? You can see the symptoms of Vaidhi Bhakti in them, but you can't see the symptoms of Raga, ecstatic devotion. So how do you know they're not just bullshitting? Which they really are, actually. They don't have the power to do this. They don't have the realization, but we do. See, everybody's looking in the wrong place. You've been trained wrong. You got to come here and let's wipe off that contamination, thinking that you got to be a superstar, Olympic star to devotee, like a Narayan Raj or somebody to attain Krishna. Well, where is that Krishna? I ain't no superstar, but we got the symptoms and the signs and the potency of Lord Chaitanya's mercy here. Demonstrated. And they don't demonstrate nothing. Leave all of that. Come here, man. Get the mercy. Come on, we're delivering. This is apocalypse. Can't you see the apocalypse? Aren't you hearing those lips? Aren't you seeing those lips? The apocalypse. Isn't it funny, these words? Not even the Christians can preach these realizations. And where did you ever hear a Christian say it's apocalypse is about the lips? That creates the apocalypse. It's a lip thing, it's a lip war. You got the demons, they're talking, they got the TV, right? TV, mainstream media pumping their message out, right? Lips, lip service. Yeah, here, there. Believe this hypocritical. Believe we want to keep you safe, but what we really want to do is put the knife in the back. The Judas trip, Believe our lips, read our lips. Oh, this person wants to keep me safe. Oh, give me my thing. They're all lining up for that, in New York, they're still pushing that thing after all the information there, and they're thinking that these demons doing that thing. And if you're still so stupid, you haven't heard the news that this ain't good for you, that there's so many people dying already from that, and so many adverse reactions. If you still didn't figure it out, you must be hiding under a rock. Well, let's just pump out the message. Go get this thing. Yes, if you don't, because you're not protected from all the poisons you put in your body, it doesn't protect you now. So come get your little thing. And you're going to see thousands of people lining up in New York and everywhere else to do it. Can you imagine? I can't imagine that with all the information now. That shows you on a deeper level, the Lord has got some plan here because, people follow. See, if you follow hypocrites, liars, and cheaters, they're the blind leaders. See, blind leaders leading blind followers. Where? Into a ditch. Jesus taught that, right? Is that true? See, without this ecstatic devotion that's here in this Sangha, you're all blind. And that's why they preach the opposite of what Lord Jesus. I don't preach that. I preach what he preaches. And then I get thousands of people against what I preach. Well, that's just how it is. If there's real great preaching, there were real sagacity coming through somebody, whatever great sage, a great sage's opinion differs from others. It differs from others. Why? The others out there, they still think it's others. There's still other, you see, and there are thousands of people, thousands of leaders like that, thousands of so-called devotees, thousands of so-called brahmacharis and so-called sannyasis and so-called Brahmins, especially in Kali Yuga. Okay? And only one or so person who knows things as they are, the narrow gate. See? So a great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from all these other bozos out there. So therefore, one should follow the progressive path they teach. Is this not progression? We do progression, man. We're progressive. So you want to be progressive or you want to be a procrastinator? You want to be a loafer? Or you want to be a loaf of baked bread with nice hot butter on it? Juicy. We'll throw a little jam on it, rhubarb. Sweeten it up. Or you just want to be dull. You want to be a doughboy, dull boy, dull-minded. I could just hear a Pharisee. Who gives you the authority, Goharidas, to preach like this, to say these things? Who gives you the authority?
Krishna.
Who gives you the who gives you the lack of potency to counteract any of this? Because then you can't even get one people come up to a challenge. Not even one so-called Acharya Dev. How about one? Just have a nice little discussion about Krishna consciousness, which would be benefit. Don't you think we have something to say here, something to show? If you can't see that, then you don't deserve to be guru now. You really don't. Why should people be blind? The mercy. What are you worshiping, Lord Caitanya and Krishna now? What is the purpose? This is the purpose. The purpose is deliverance in this Kali Yuga quickly, and that deliverance is here in this Sangha. Everything is irrelevant. You're irrelevant now. If you're preaching that way, you want relevance, you come here, get this mercy, and then you'll deliver your disciples, and they'll be very happy and not morose doing the Swami step, empty Swami step. They'll be full of life doing the Swami step, with gusto, and energy and tears pouring down their eyes. Now that's what we need, the Swami step like that. Like Prabhupada, when he did the Swami step, it was special, man. Their energy in it. Life. Not imitation. What do we got here? Here in Illinois, as well as trying to make everyone mask up again and boosters. And if you go for that, the stream is messing up a little bit. Yeah, so, I know what to do here. Let me take this off here.
Oops, you can. But actually, you're poo-pooing the mode of goodness, Guru Maharaj, and that's perfect that you're doing that. Because as long as we believe in that, we still believe that we need to be qualified. That's automatic result of it. We still think that we need to be qualified. And the more you believe in that mode of goodness and think we need to be qualified, you don't really believe in the coming of Lord Caitanya, why he came. You don't really understand that mercy. That's what, like you said, what use does it have? Why did he have to come? Oh, worshipping Lord Chaitanya, but not knowing what he brought, not accepting it. Stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially now, so we have that information. So it is our duty and our right to liberate people because it's been confirmed. Prabhupada and Krishna confirmed this is the preaching now. It's now when you read Prabodhananda Saraswati's preaching, you see, he said, give up all these useless paths. It's all useless now. The mercy of Lord Caitanya was there. It's here again. Give it up. Give up that path. Give up these gurus. You gurus, give up your guru trip just for a time. You
Yeah, true.
yeah. Yeah, just come and get this mercy, and then deliver your disciples. Deliver that to them. That's what the Lord, he would make ecstatic devotees. But you have to abandon your opinion. If you abandon that you're something special, if you don't abandon that, how are you going to progress? You can't follow this path. But if somebody can, if we can get one person that has some good sense, watches our videos or something, and just abandon this opinion that you have to be something great to get the mercy. No, we already got the mercy. You come here for a while, look around and associate, and you'll see. And if you don't see, obviously you're not very smart. But I think, if you're a guru or something, you're smart enough to trick everybody somehow or other that you're qualified to deliver them out of illusion when you're still in illusion. Well, I think that's pretty, you might have enough of a deck to figure this out, but you have to see that this really works. And are you ready have you had enough fun out there being a baby with a bunch of babies, neophytes? Have you had enough of that? Do you want to be come here, become a real guru and a real deliverer? The Lord will make you an acharya, a real one. Okay? Because his mercy's here. It's how it is, man. It's a fact. Yeah. What did Advaita Acharya said about the association of one Haridas? We got a few Haridas type devotees here. They're ecstatic. They chant the holy name in ecstasy. See? Advaita said, Haridas, one ecstatic devotee is worth more than 10 million Brahmins. So what am I exaggerating? I didn't even come close to what he's glorifying as a real devotee. They're so rare and so amazing. They're better than 10 million. Yeah, I haven't seen any symptoms beyond being a Brahmin or a liberated, like just on a liberated Brahmin platform in anybody. No symptoms of that. And Advaita says an ecstatic devotee is worth more than 10 million of those. What does that mean? Where should you go when such devotees are here and preaching and sharing and teaching and exuding and delivering? Where should you go when such a situation is? There. What did Ramananda Roy said? When pure devotional service is available somewhere, where is that? That ecstatic type devotee. You should immediately drop everything and go there. Immediately. We made it more easy. Immediately turn your camera on. Immediately. No, I got to do deity worship. Drop it. That's the real path. Like Advaita, drop that flame and burn the house down. You don't have to take care of it anymore. Set fire to that temple, that external temple. You come here, we set fire to your false ideas. We don't have to burn any bodies or stuff. We burn your false ideas, false expectations, in a fire of truth. Wild discourses today. Amy, oh, you missed this show, man. Did you come here? Have you been watching for a while, or did you just come? I think you probably just came. Oh boy, you missed a great show. It was wild, man. I know you like wild shows, man. You're a real cowgirl, man. Bronco. Like to sit on bunking broncos. Is this the face that launched 1,000 ships and burnt the topless towers of villains? Sounds like a quote from somewhere. Yeah, we're here to launch the ships, man. Yeah. They need, we got only rowboats out there. We want to give motors to the boats, make them motor boats so they can, it's much better to be in a motorboat. I'll watch this rodeo replay again, that's for sure. Okay, let's end it here, and yeah, get a little fun here for a while. And I worked up an appetite. I'm ready to have a nice salad. Even the salad it doesn't look like salad you get in the store. I mean, it glows practically. And it's amazing. I saw the people who have restaurants, because the salad is a little bit, it's more on the rare side, I guess, because I see these guys at the restaurant that go right for the salad, man. They go and grab it, man, all of it, stick it in their bags. So I found one guy says, "Oh, well, you get all the salad, man." And he said, "Over there, there's some." Okay, my friends. Hare Krishna. See you later on.